I'm Daryl Webster from Adopt and Embrace, and I'm here with Kirawana Gatima. Have I said that correctly?
Yes, you have.
Excellent.
Close
Yeah,
enough.
good. It's part of adoption and trying to create that bond initially is I want you to say my name and I want to be able to hear that. So yeah, great to talk with you. And your specialty really in the Microsoft Teams team is all about user adoption, isn't it?
It is, it is. I'm very, very lucky to be responsible for adoption for Microsoft Teams. And I often think of it in terms of broader than that because I do a lot of work around the better together scenarios. So Teams in SharePoint, Teams in Yammer, Teams in Power BI, Teams in Planner, all these things coming together to make a great collaboration experience. So yeah, I'm really happy to be here.
So I know that you've had an interest in user adoption across other products, and SharePoint as one.
Yes.
How would you describe, or what is really important about user adoption when it comes to a massive product like Office 365 and then like Teams? Why do we even consider it to be an important thing to address?
It's extremely important because people have jobs to do. It's not their job to be a collaboration expert. That's my job or your job, right? And so they need some help just marrying the technology to the business outcomes they're trying to achieve. It's really about them and their journey, not about us and our product. And I think that that's an important thing for all of us in the change management and adoption space to understand, is that every organization or division or set of users is going to have a little bit different journey at a different pace. And I believe our job is to help enable that wherever the person happens to be.
Now, what does an internal community, or what kind of role does that play in it? Because I see that IT pros themselves are struggling with how do we keep up with things. I've already got all these other responsibilities and now you're expecting me to try and start addressing user adoption.
Yes.
What is some advice that you can give to an organization and an IT pro about how they can build a community that supports itself as they learn and start to use Teams internally?
Absolutely. In every company, I believe that there are people who are passionate about technology, who are curious by nature, they're interested, and they like to help others. Those are your champions. Find and nurture those people. Our Champions program, they can join that. They'll have monthly calls where we'll help them understand new features that are coming. We'll help them understand adoption best practices and how to support that internal community. But as a service manager or an IT pro who's dealing with that, find those people. They are your friends. Open that dialogue and then give them a proper forum to have that conversation. When we launched Microsoft Teams at Microsoft, we used a Yammer community to do that. And so we have a Yammer forum that's dedicated to Microsoft Teams. It has thousands of users in it, and they do help each other. Now, certainly in the first 6 months, I'm the owner of that community along with my partners in Microsoft IT. We spend a lot of time there nurturing the community, answering questions, making sure people know where the documentation is. But now I find that I go in there and other team members are answering that question. Right, and that's what's for me, it's very rewarding to see the community grow and to know that what I'm doing is helping to build the collaboration skills of individual employees. Because we make the mistake of thinking this is about Microsoft Teams. It's actually not. It's actually just about good collaboration best practices.
So what was a tip that really got that going? I know that it's community management is a special thing. It doesn't mean you have to be a specialist, but you do need to put some effort into it. So what was that success point that actually got the community internally starting to support themselves on the Teams journey?
That's a great question. So consistency of presence of the community managers, right? So I have a schedule, and so do my partners in IT, of the hours when we monitor that community. We have office hours in that community, and we married that together with really a marketing campaign inside Microsoft so that people would know that there was training available, that there were on-demand assets that they could download from our internal microsite about Teams, and that they could come to a class if they were really interested. And then we kicked off that Champions program inside Microsoft with some gamification and some actual reward for those people who are dedicating their time to become champions. We give them a certificate that can be attached to their review. I feel it's very important that if someone is going to take their time to participate in the community, attend our meetings, and be a champion, that they get rewarded for that in a meaningful fashion that counts for their performance review. So I feel like, consistent presence, the marketing campaign, driving awareness, and rewarding our champions were really the three things that have brought that together.
So there was two places that people need to go really to be able to engage and learn more about adoption of Teams. We know successwithteams.com, which is where all your resources are.
Yes.
But where the conversation is happening. I think this is a beautiful reflection of how Teams works. When we talk about our journeys, our stories, what we're trying, things that have worked and not worked, that's where the change happens. And
Yes.
people really bring that on, they relate to those stories, and they think, I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
So where is that happening?
That's happening on the Microsoft Technical Community. So you can go to aka.ms Teams Tech Community, and that will take you to the landing area for Microsoft Teams. You click on Home and you can find the Driving Adoption Forum. And so not only will you hear information about Teams, but also about our other products, right? Because again, it's better together. They all operate better together across the M365 suite. And so we want to talk about all those things there, but you will find specific Teams guidance. We're going to be sharing those use cases, and there'll be the ability for you to sign up for our Champions program. And you don't have to already be a champion. You can come and learn what it means to be a champion and join us on that journey, lend your voice to how we create that program, and benefit from the knowledge of many other people, both business leaders and IT pro and official change managers. So wherever you are in that journey, we want you to join us, because it's all of you that are really going to make this successful.
Right, yep. The community is the expert, right?
It is, absolutely, definitely. And the community's been very good to me. I've been in it a long time, running SharePoint user groups and speaking at Skype user groups and what have you. I really think, people are smart about what they need, and they just need a little bit of help and enablement to get where they have a vision to go. And that's why I love my job, because that's what I do.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Caruana. It's been really good talking with you.
Welcome.
So you know where to go and where to get the resources. Get to it. This is Daryl as a Service signing off for Adopt and Embrace. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Fusion.